It's lights out and away we go!
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the GT UK F1 podcast. I'm joined by David.
Hey, everyone.
And Alan.
Hello, people. I'm back.
Yeah, we're sorry, folks. Tried to keep him away, but the bugger got in.
So, basically, Gran Primo d'Italia, in other words, Monza. Why did they give him these stupid names? Come on, seriously. Just call it Monza.
If you want to be technical, it's Auto Dromo Nazionale Monza.
Don't confuse him. It doesn't take a lot.
No, it actually is the Autodrome Nazionale Monza, according to the friggin' website. So, yeah. So the usual deal is going to apply. No practice sessions were caught. Heard incidents of people binning it, and now I'm just going to bring something up here, right? So you look at P1, who's on top?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Ferraris. Then Williams was in third, right?
Yeah.
Look at P2. McLaren started coming back, but Sainz was still up there. One Ferrari slipped. One Ferrari was still up there. P3. McLaren. Ferrari. And obviously Hamilton was down. But then Williams seemed to have no idea what happened.
Different setups.
But Sainz,
As we've always said, when it comes to like practice sessions,
yeah, I know.
you're never entirely sure what strategies people are running, what programs. So don't always take them as gospel.
No, I
just 'cause
know. But from Sainz being up there to being bottom half of the grid, it just a little bit weird.
Well, look, I'm assuming Ferrari just turned the cars up to 11 for that first practice session. Just for the first one in front of the home fans, and then obviously normal service was resumed.
Yeah.
But it wasn't though, was it really? Because if we come on to qualifying,
Mm-hmm.
obviously going into it, we already knew that Hamilton had his 5th place grid penalty to come
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
because of
Ignoring yellow flags at the previous round.
ignoring the double wave yellows at Zandvoort.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, but did you guys actually get to see that onboard shot of Hamilton?
I never saw it, no.
Oh, well, I managed to find a clip of like Karun and on the SkyPad with it, and they actually showed Hamilton's telemetry data against Oscar's, and you could see that
He didn't lift off enough.
he didn't lift off enough. Where you could see on like Oscar's data when he put them, when they got compared to each other on the same thing, you could see the difference in throttle and brake trace.
Well, I believe the report I heard was that was kind of the reason why he only got 5 and not the full 10, wasn't it? Because he did make an effort to lift.
He made an effort, but not enough. Yeah,
It just wasn't deemed to be enough.
but like we say, loophole. Yeah, don't get me started about the stewards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dissing your team Behrman.
We'll see. We'll see. So, out of the highlights you saw, David, what was your standout for FQ1? For Q1.
I don't know. Lawson being dead last. I mean, both racing bulls out from the from Hadjar's third place. I know Hadjar eventually foreshadowing ended up starting from the pit lane, but from the the fantastic third place he got a Zandvoort to be out in Q1.
But it,
Now I don't know if that's to do with obviously the different nature of the track. Maybe the Racing Bull just isn't as good at full-on high speed, or whether it was down to other matters. But it just shows the variation that can be.
Yeah, I agree.
and that's the thing.
I mean, you look, his Q1 time was less than a second behind the leaders.
Yeah,
It's an incredibly tight grid.
but it was the same with the
In
likes
fact,
of
I
the
point out here, Hadjar missed out by 1.001 of a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, sorry, 9 to 8. I'll learn to read one day. No, you won't.
That's
Sorry.
why he doesn't read maps anymore, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he uses sat nav.
No, I just know where I'm going.
Not always. Not always. But the Williams didn't look as strong either. And we know that's usually a rocket ship on high speeds.
They were lucky to get through to Q2.
Yeah, they were very lucky.
Maybe they tried running, because we know that one or two of the cars, looking at the Red Bull in particular, really took the rear wing down in order to try and get the speed, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
we
it's
all know
a high
we
downforce track.
low downforce.
Yeah. That as well.
We all know Max can handle a car that move around a little bit.
On a bit of a knife edge.
You know, as Zandvoort proves, actually I go back to Silverstone, proved us that the Max doesn't mind them moving around and he works well with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to listen to that thing.
Very interesting hearing Perez talking so
Yeah,
a
it
bit more
was.
openly, wasn't it?
Was
Now we
very
know-
interesting.
Like I say, I think now he's out. He's basically fully out of the Red Bull world.
Mm,
He's a bit more willing to talk about it.
yeah. I mean, Yuki,
But anyway.
Yuki didn't have a bad quality.
I mean, Yuki made Q3, which I must admit, when I sort of looked, I watched the class after, but I did catch Q3 because I called in at my dad's on my way home. And the first thing I noticed was, hang on, Yuki's in Q3.
Yeah.
And Antonelli's in Q3.
Now, a little bit of a standout to me, out of qualifying, just entirely, was Bortoletto.
He does, well, for some reason, I don't.
He seems to do well when he's being chased by his manager.
But
Yeah.
I tell you what,
It
he's
seems to be a running theme of this season that he ends
Yeah.
up in front of Fernando.
I mean,
Or maybe it's just
proving-
me.
I mean, he's driving the rear end of that Sauber. No questions
Oh,
asked.
I mean, foreshadowing the race, I was gutted for Hulkenberg, like, but yeah, Bortoletto's, he's really putting a good. We've got good rookies this year. We have 2 or 3
Oh,
really
yeah.
good ones.
Just got rid of the Kiwi.
But I wouldn't classify him as a rookie.
Who?
No, he raced last season, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's not a rookie.
I mean, you're still never going to be that year that Alonso won the Rookie of the Year challenge, won he? Won the free rookie event.
I mean, for me, obviously, Q1, the biggest shock was obviously seeing that Mercedes in first place on medium tyres.
Russell's Merc.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Come on to Mercedes in a bit.
Yeah.
Now, what qualifying Q1, Q2 weren't really exciting. I wouldn't say they were exciting.
I would have probably said the race was.
No, I mean, the biggest, obviously, you're going to have.
I mean, for
The
Max to
usual
pull that
suspect.
lap out the back,
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I've said for the last few podcasts, and never discount him.
The thing is, I was getting to that, but it's kind of apart from like the likes of Hadjar and the Kiwi Lawson, it's kind of the usual suspects down, running
It is,
throughout.
obviously.
Apart from
Yeah, I
the
mean, you got,
Williams.
You got like Ocon, who you would normally expect to be at the bottom, wasn't because Hadjar was in there. So you can sort of line it up that way, can't you? And I know what you're saying. It was
But then, go on.
I was saying for the Ferraris to, I thought Charles would have got top 3 or something like that. I thought just Ferrari would have given him the power to do it.
But it makes me wonder, It makes me wonder from like FP from the practice session to qualifying. Do you think they changed the ride height slightly?
I think they've changed the ride height a lot earlier on in the year, haven't they? Because after he got
China.
After they got the it was China wanted where they had the disqualification for the floor wear.
Yeah.
You think how many of these teams are actually, yes, they're setting up a car for qualifying, but they've actually set up a car for the race itself.
Yeah, but
I would also say and argue how many of these teams are actually really doing much development now, and how many are just getting this car through the rest of this year.
Yeah.
I would think the majority
Go on.
The majority of them will be sort of focusing on next year's car.
Yeah.
Particularly now.
I mean, we know Lando obviously had a brand new engine in for the race, but how many teams are actually still using older engines?
Lando didn't, because did he not? Because it wasn't an engine fault.
No, I think they just changed the engine anyway.
Yeah, but he didn't have any new engines left. If he's changed the engine, it's an old one that went back in.
Not sure. I don't know. I've not. Normally, I see who's got what left, but I haven't been able to see.
From what I understand, Lando had no brand new. Lando had no completely unused engine, because the talk was when that engine let go, if it was going to be a new component, that was going to be a penalty. Now, from what I understand, it was a pipe on, because he said it was an oil leak from the chassis, so it was a pipe on the chassis. It wasn't actually the engine.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the engines have some form of safety shutdown that once it detected the oil was getting low.
A safety feature.
Yeah.
it was hydraulic on the chassis. The engine didn't give up.
No, it was oil. It was a pipe on the end.
Yeah, it was hydraulic. Hydraulic on the chassis. It was in the chassis that caused it, but it shut the engine down. Like you said.
But yeah, the point I make is there was no...
Didn't think he swapped his PU.
No, I don't think he... That's what... I think if he did...
He'd have had
it's to an old
to
one.
get a new one.
If he did, well, no, you can use ones that you've already used through the season, can't you?
If they're good and if they've got the mileage on them, yeah.
Well, teams tend to deliberately not push them right to the edge of the keep a few back just in case.
I mean, will we see some engine penalties?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That's
assuming there's going to be some coming at some point.
There's got to be some coming. Has to be.
With what we got, with the races we've got left, yes.
We got 8.
Yeah, but you think I can see new engine penalties coming in for Brazil Vegas.
I want to say somebody's
Possibly
going to.
Mexico.
I want to say somebody's going to take one at Azerbaijan, at Baku, maybe.
Because they're the ones where you need the power as well, so you're going to think
Yeah.
you're going to do it somewhere like that and have the full power for...
Because you definitely gonna need it for Qatar. But, so, me and Alan were slightly talking before. Alan said he felt sorry for Lando. Care to elaborate?
Are we on about... We're strictly in qualifying now, are we?
Yeah. Still
Oh, yeah,
qualifying.
Yeah. So, obviously, last weekend, obviously, he got professional pole with a new track record. then loses it.
That was this weekend, is it?
Yeah, he also that last weekend as well. He got track record before Oscar took it.
Hmm.
Same happened this weekend. He got a new track record, and then Max pips him again.
Yeah.
So I do feel sorry for him in that way.
I kind of do and I kind of don't, really.
It's a sign of how goddamn competitive
Yeah,
things are right now.
and that's it. It is so competitive, you know. It's excuse me. It's not one particular person going out and taking pole by half second.
And that's got to be a great thing. I don't know personally.
Oh, yeah.
We've got what, 5 cars right now that are capable of winning the race
Hmm.
Yeah,
on any given weekend.
yeah.
So, out of all the laps in quali, Antonelli did the most.
To make up for lost time, probably time he lost on.
Yeah, he did 22.
Antonelli did 22, Lando did 21,
Lando done 21.
sorry. Hamilton did 20, Leclerc did 20, Oscar only did 19, and Max only did 18, like Yuki did.
Bottas had done 21 and Alonso done 20.
I did
Hey, you don't need to a huge amount when you make them count.
Yeah, but I know, but I think Lando got fueled extra. Because didn't he do
Awesome.
2 cool?
So on the last, so in Q3 on his last run, basically told him they fueled him to do enough for 2 runs,
Yeah, I thought they did.
and it nearly worked
Yeah,
Nearly worked.
because he was. So for his first one, he was obviously out on track on his own, no cars around him. Then obviously everybody else started coming out, or he was doing a cool down,
Hmm.
and then obviously. I think Max was the last car to cross the line with Lando just before him. So that's how close it was. Because it's all about trying to get that slipstream.
Oh, yeah. Well, you had the McLaren boys trying to set it up, didn't you? Trying to set
Yeah.
up the.
They tried.
Because as I say, you don't actually have to be directly behind that car. You can be. I think
You
there was
actually
one
don't want
point.
to. If you're directly behind it, you pick up a lot of the dirty air and stuff.
Yeah. So I think the way in which they were doing it was as they were coming out the last. I think Norris or someone coming out the last corner, but the actual car in front of him was actually just going past DRS.
Hmm.
Which is still you're going to get the slipstream effect from that.
That's the talking point I need for the race. Okay, got that. So, right. So obviously, we'll move on to the race.
Yeah.
So obviously, Hadjar and Gasly had to start from the pit lane after cars were modified under Parc Ferme, and additional power elements were used, and obviously might as well get the elephant in the room, out of the room.
Won't call him that when he's listening.
Obviously, Hulkenberg.
Yeah, like I said, just gutting for him. Like, obviously, there was some. I think I can catch what the problem was. I don't know if he gave it out or not, but
I don't think they actually said what the problem was. I think there
Hydraulic
was-
related.
Hmm.
It was
think it was-
hydraulic related.
Yeah, I think it was something which happened before they went out on formation lap.
It happened on the way. It happened on the way at the grid, and then it just, as he was doing the formation lap, it just basically gave up on the way.
at least he managed to get it into the pit lane. Let's be honest, we've had it before where they've stalled out on the bloody grid and stuff, and the
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
hassle back and cars. So I'm glad they managed to get it out of the way and it got back under its own steam. That's never a bad thing.
Tell me about it.
but so question for you, David.
Go ahead, sir.
Obviously, start of the race. Max and Lando going over. Max pushes Lando off. They miss the first corner. Penalty or no penalty?
He gave the place back.
I'm about a bit more before that. Obviously, when he pushed him on the grass, sort of thing. Literally just.
I say no because let's be honest. The reason I see that part of that course, the tarmac ends there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes basically 3 lanes into 2.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, Lando could have backed out. So I don't think. No, I think that was right. Don't forget, and I'm a big advocate for this. We don't want to be penalising hard for first few corner incidents.
Yeah.
We sit here saying we want them to race.
No,
You've
yeah.
got to give them a bit of freedom. You've got to give them a bit of freedom to occasionally make a mistake or two. Now, to me, nothing went wrong there. So the first corner, I think, was right. Max gave the place back. Because I do think, as much as I very much dislike this F1, if you get to the apex first, it's your corner rule.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, has so many silly connotations. Like I've said to you, I've said to Chris, I think I said to Chris the other night, by that rule, if we're playing F1 game, I throw it into the corner, don't even touch the brakes. As long as I get to that apex first, it's up to you to get out of my way.
Yeah.
How does that make any sense?
I agree.
Doesn't.
So, that, but at the same time, by the rule book we have, which is what we have to go by, unfortunately.
Burn the bastard. Because that's the way it seems.
You know what I mean, though? I may not agree with it, but it's what we have. And I think by the rule book, everything was sort of sorted itself out, and at least teams are willing to try and redress themselves now rather than have the stewards intervene.
Still think Stuart's lazy bastards because he's given them one less thing to do. And then they go and make stupid errors, but I
was going to say, is that not a good thing? Because when they do intervene, you just sit there and moan about what they've actually done. So...
Don't get me started yet. Don't get me started yet.
There's still time. There's still time.
You know what I mean? The stewards don't do enough, but I don't want them to actually do anything. What?
But
I mean, it was a lovely overtake by Piastri on Leclerc.
Yeah.
Got to give him that.
Oh yeah.
That was beautiful.
It was a good move by Max as well to get back through. Norris had the sense to not push it too hard, which is Norris through and through. It's something he's always been good at.
Sort of.
Sometimes I think maybe to his own detriment, but...
Well, yeah.
For me, I mean, the race itself...
The race sort of apart from the odd little moment, really settled down to not a lot.
Yeah. Those first few laps was interesting. Really got you going, but then it's just... I think when you get back to sort of Bortoletto's position, and it was just a massive DRS train.
Yeah.
He was ahead of it.
As they always end up, let's be honest here,
with Alonso behind him.
So, speaking of Alonso, anybody remember what his DNF was for?
Suspension failure.
Yeah.
Was that coming out?
I must confess, I had to watch the highlights. I must have fallen asleep through that part.
So it would come which corner. Can't remember which corner he's coming out, but as he's gone over the rumble strips,
It was coming out of
It was the
Ascari, wasn't it?
Alan's going to hate me for what I'm about to say.
Go on.
Because it was coming out the last corner before your infamous...
No, it wasn't that corner.
Yeah, it
was it not? It looked like that to me.
Yeah, it was.
No, not for Alonso, it wasn't.
I thought it was. It was the last chicane before the straight corner.
It was your Ascari chicane.
When you see the front replay, you saw the wheel bounce. No, yours was straight onto the last corner
where King Kimmy killed you.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
That's what I'm saying. I knew you wouldn't like me saying that, but that's how I knew where that was.
Yeah, it was. It was this Ascari chicane.
You saw this go over and you saw the suspension just go. Forgive.
I feel sorry for anybody that's got Alonso in the fantasy teams. He's had a shitter of a season, though. You've got to admit.
Oh, yeah. He's not had the best.
As to well.
But yeah,
I think Aston Martin are held back by certain reasons, as we know, mainly the other car, and I think it's struggle makes everything struggle.
but yet you have a daddy's boy that's just sat there getting fucking free ride.
He's 2 points clear of Alonso in the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, 2 points that because Alonso's misfortune. I just think,
That's
to be
still
honest,
more 2 points than what they would have had, sort of thing.
I just think Stroll's a waste of space. He shouldn't be in that car anymore. Really shouldn't.
We all agree.
Alan doesn't, by the sound of it.
No, I do agree, but obviously it's
It's because of who owns the team. That's what it is. That's all
we
that
know
comes down
We
to.
know that.
There is other talent out there within Aston Martin that could
Correct.
get their shot.
Uxbridge.
Yeah, alongside an experienced hand like Alonso. And
But it won't happen.
we know it won't.
Just wait. At least about 2045, and it's Alonso racing alongside Lily Verstappen. Then we might get some change.
I don't think Max would want that for his kid, to be honest.
So obviously-
Could have kind of said that about Leah Block, but she chose the life she's got.
yeah,
I still wonder if she'll. I wonder if she'll end up losing one in the Cadillac drive if she shows potential.
Don't know. To be honest.
I think Cadillac could be keen to get an American driver in, and if she's available and not performing badly. I mean, there's talk about that IndyCar driver in there, Herta.
yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe a chance for Scott McLaughlin, but he's not American. He's doing all right in IndyCar.
Yeah.
Obviously, the next biggest incident should Bowman have got that 10-second penalty.
How did Behrman get where? And this is where I almost agree with Chris.
It was a racing incident.
And if anything, Sainz, and no offense, I like Sainz, but he did turn in as if there wasn't a car there.
Exactly what I was saying.
But the problem was Sainz even alongside to begin with?
Yeah, he was ahead. That's what I said to you. He was actually ahead.
He was ahead, but Behrman's car was halfway up the side of him. I just think
Because the clip I
think
saw...
because don't forget, Sainz sort of got the wrong end of the stick last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
We all agree on that. The Zandvoort shouldn't have been a penalty to him. Now, I'm not saying the FIA were influenced by that, but it's funny how this week one goes in his favour that should have been for him.
But I just...
There's no way Science could say he didn't see him there when he was literally.
Well,
All he had to do was look slightly to the left, and he would have seen Bowman's cut. But and it was just. But
No, I
Bowman got
agree
a penalty for it. And it's like, but how can you do that? But Bowman's got nowhere to go. If he did, he would go straight on the grass.
it was
Yeah,
the first...
correct.
And they go straight to the side of him anyway. So
Not the
The second chicane.
second... I can never remember if they classed that as the first chicane or second chicane.
No, the first chicane's off the main straight, isn't it?
So...
it's technically turn 4.
Yeah. But it's just...
So you should also mention this point, Ocon's penalty that he carried with him was the entire race.
Yeah.
Fair play to him though.
Yeah.
Got nothing
Yeah,
else to
you
lose.
have to play the game. But then
Now,
we get to probably what's going to be the biggest turning point of this race, which was the McLaren pit stops.
nope.
Oh, you have something else to bring up, okay.
Yeah. Yuki and Lawson, again.
Oh, yeah. Actually, another thing I only caught the replay on the highlight replay.
This is the
Lawson.
second time these two have come together. So obviously Lawson was going around a chicane, attempted to move around the outside, only for his front left to make contact with the rear right of Tsunoda. And they both got as they go into the runoff area. And then, this is what I mean about...
I'll make Dr. Helmut happy.
Yeah, but this is what I mean about Lawson and his driving. This is more than once this keeps happening. Especially between these two. And it's like, to be honest, I don't want to say, a little bit of conspiracy theory, but has Lawson got it out for Yuki because Yuki replaced him in the main car? I know it sounds stupid.
If anything, I would say Lawson's actually having a better season not being in the main car.
I was going to say, if anything, from a personal opinion, would you want that main car right now? I think you'd be happier in the Racing Bull for a lot of people.
But that's the thing. Lawson was a big talker at the beginning. And that suddenly got wiped out. But do you not think because Yuki got put in the car, do you not think he's feeling a bit spiteful?
Possibly.
Well, not spiteful, but a little bit vengeful because them two seem to be having more and more. It's like I said, it's the second incident, but it seems Lawson's. To be honest, he drives that car like it's a fucking Dodgem car.
Look at the driver standings. Lawson's having a better time since he went to Racing Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but wasn't there rumours about fucking Max or something to do with a Racing Bull? But it's like, I heard rumours. I don't know if it was David that said it. Did you say it?
No, I think we joked what would happen if you threw Max back into the Racing Bull for like a couple of races at the end of the season.
But I heard there was talk that he'd obviously, dispelled the rumour of him going back into a Racing Bull.
Well, from what I understand, he dispelled the rumour of him going back because, like, the Mercedes rumour was the one that was taking over everything.
That's true. Now, speaking of Mercedes...
What about
David, do you think Mercedes will re-sign Russell and Antonelli?
Honestly, I think yes. I think the reason nothing happened yet was because the Max potential thing was on the cards. And I don't think they wanted to be in the situation that I honestly think Ferrari ended up in, where they'd signed one driver, get offered an offer they can't refuse, and then have to deal with it. So I think they've held back. I honestly think it's not done them. I think it's done them harm, if anything.
Yeah.
Because I think, but where else? Who else out there right now?
Well, Mercedes have only got Van Dorn, haven't they?
And and honestly, my opinion. I've not made it clear in the past that I don't like promoting rookies straight into the top car. And I feel that Antonelli's kind of proving that right this year.
He's not.
He had moments, but I think putting a rookie straight into the number one car, I think they benefit from a year or two in a feeder.
But Mercedes don't really have a feeder team.
Well, they do. They still have Williams with Merc engines. They're getting Alpine, getting Merc. Believe me, you don't necessarily need to own the team. If you're supplying their engines, you have a lot of say. You can get a lot of say in.
Well, yeah, that's how Russell came up.
That's how Bottas came up.
True.
What they should have done last year was, and that sounds stupid, but put Kimi in the Williams and put Sainz in that Merc.
Cool.
Yeah, give Sainz to you. Yeah, I tell you what, Sainz in a Merc, I actually think that would have upset Russell.
Yes.
I think he would have.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know what I mean?
I mean, related. Did anyone else notice when Ferrari were doing the lineup at the end of the race for the pictures, there was Sainz just behind them? Ferrari were doing the old round the track for the cool down lap. They had the two cars side by side.
Mm.
Sainz was right behind him, just to make sure he got into every picture. Which I think was, remember me, guys?
but I reckon,
yeah,
but to me, that would be ideal.
That would have been the better option in my opinion.
Mm.
Kimi could have had a year or two in the Williams, then moved up to main car.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think Merck have sort of. There's nobody. I mean, I'm trying to think now. I don't think Albon would want to. I don't think he really wants that kind of thing. I think he likes, and I think Sainz actually, because James Vowles has got a lot of passion and a lot of. He wants to take that thing forward. And I think Sainz is kind of in for that journey.
Well, science is in because it's a project, isn't it? It's a project.
That's what I mean.
Project to
He's
develop.
He's building a team around himself almost.
Yeah.
In the way that Schumacher did back in the way that Hamilton did, in the way that Max has done.
Mm.
I mean, Norris has kind of done that with McLaren now. Okay, he's been upset because when he's just got there, the young guns come in and he's currently outperforming him.
Don't get me, don't. I'm ready. Trust me. I'm poised.
Yeah, to go back to what you actually asked me, I think Merck's best option is to re-sign those two for another year. I just don't think there's any other options out there right now.
There isn't, is there really? Alan?
No, I agree. Russell, keep Russell and Kimi.
Russell, I tell you what, up until about 4 races ago, I still had Russell as an outside of the championship.
Mm.
Yeah.
If the two McLarens had started falling over each other or something stupid,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to check if he's still mathematically in it. Max is still mathematically in it, I know that. And I use the term mathematically there because, it would be a hell of a performance.
Well, we still have sprints and everything else like that to come.
Russell 194, that's what? 100. Russell is 120 points behind.
Mm.
That's doable in 8 races.
Yeah.
And sprints.
Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to keep the maths as easy as possible. Don't get me wrong. There would be some serious weirdness if neither Oscar Piastri or Norris got enough points to keep him out. But I'm saying mathematically,
Yeah.
he's still in there
Well,
because there's 200 points. There's 200 points just in race wins.
yeah. Well, McLaren by Baku can cinch.
So in theory, Leclerc's still in for the shot. But
Yeah, McLaren can cinch the constructors in Baku. Either way.
Record, which will be a record as it's in itself.
It's like
It's so early.
it's like
But they want 1,000 points.
that's what I said to you. They're after the 1,000. They've got to be.
Which will be funny. It's doable.
doable, isn't it? I think they're going to need a bit of luck on the side. You need less of the Zandvoort car failures.
Yeah.
But
So, Ferrari. Good race for them, in your opinion?
I think the best they could have hoped for, short of a Monza miracle. I mean, 4th and 5th, Hamilton. I don't often hear me praising Hamilton, but he had a hell of a drive.
4th and 6th.
4th and
That's
6th.
what qualifying open. I do apologise. 4th and 6th. I mean, Hamilton did well to come up from the penalty and everything.
Yeah.
Leclerc sort of had a bit of a nowhere race, I think. But let's be honest, the Ferrari's not there, is he? We know that.
No.
They had Russell sat right behind him at the beginning, most of the race at the beginning.
Yeah.
In the DRS.
But are we seeing Leclerc crack?
I don't think we've seen him crack. I'm enjoying this whole,
I just don't think they got a car.
No, because he's fiery. This is the thing. He's fiery against the team.
Yeah, because I think you can see for many years what they've been doing wrong, and they just don't seem to
Give a shit.
I think that's the wrong word. They don't seem to be able to sort it out. Whether that's deliberate or whether they just can't see what the problem is, we are not inside the things to know.
No.
But
I mean, I think QB Ferrari as well. If you your drone throw that was strong, but you've just seen it go down, 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 sort of thing. It's just not performing where it should be
I
performing.
don't think it's even gone down. I think it's just not gone forward. Where every other team has developed forwards.
Yeah,
They've watched McLaren. He's watched McLaren springboard past him.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, as we've said many times, McLaren 3 years ago
We're nowhere.
was a joke.
Yeah. There's nowhere.
Look at them now. You've got the likes of the Williams. You've got freaking hell, the likes of the Racing Bulls that now seem to be not a million miles away from them.
No.
At the end of the day, that is a Ferrari.
Mm.
That should not be the case. Yeah, I think Leclerc, just because Leclerc's Ferrari through and through, I think if you cut him in half, he's got the freaking prancing horse through him like a stick of rock.
To be honest,
I think he's starting to realise he's not done him any favours.
But I think Ferrari's downfall was after China. Was after they've had to combat this ride height issue to stop wearing that plank out. I think that's where it's caused the issues for Ferrari.
I would have said letting Sainz go was a mistake as well, if you ask me. But
Well, yeah, I kind of.
I've said Hamilton was a business decision. Sold a lot of freaking t-shirts, but from racing point of view, I don't think it was a positive move.
But you've got to think, Sainz won races with them. Not many,
Oh yeah,
but he won races with them. So let's come on to this topic, shall we?
I forgot this topic.
The McLaren pit stops.
They're bloody quick.
1.9 second for Oscar. And
It's a new record.
what was it?
we've had a couple of 1.9s this year. I know.
What was it for Norris? Was it a 4-second something?
5.9.
All because of a wheel nut. Now, my question is to you both, but I'll put it first to you, Arn. If you were Oscar, would you have given that place back to Norris just because he had a slow stop?
It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Obviously, we go back to Hungary last year.
Given that Oscar is leading the championship as well. I'll put that in there as well.
Yeah, but Lando was ahead of Oscar last year in the championship. So it's obviously he won't drive. He wasn't winning it, but he was still ahead. So it's that whole sort of thing where, yes, I feel sorry for Piastri for even being asked to do it. Obviously, I would be majorly peed if it was me being asked. But team have a reason why they were doing it.
David.
What do you have my answer in Alan's question or?
Same question that I asked Alan. If you were Oscar, would you have given the place back to Lando because of Lando's slow stop and with Oscar leading his championship?
It's one of those, because Alan made a couple of good points there. It's like, as he said, think back to Hungary last year. And you've got to think, if you don't do it, that will be remembered. And then when you do need some assistance from your teammate, you might not get what you need, if that makes sense. So if you consider yourself a team player, then you've got to.
Because, well, apparently Oscar had sat down with... Which one was it?
Was one of the I heard him talk about that as well. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Apparently he'd said he's a team player and all this lot, and it's like, you could be fucking world champion here, Oscar. To be honest, I'll give you my answer as well in a minute. I'll let you finish.
I was going to say, I will raise one other point to this, but... So me and Alan have both said we probably would. I'm putting this to Alan as well. Imagine this happened on the last race of the year and they are within that many points of each other.
I know exactly what you're saying. And it is that whole do you, don't you. I think for that sort of thing, it's different rules. That is, you go racing.
I said it last year after Hungary, that if Lando lost that championship by a very close margin, would they look back at Hungary and think, that's where I threw it away?
I mean, obviously, Oscar's thinking, obviously, as a team player and thinking to the future. If it comes down to the last race.
They also counterpoint, don't forget, Norris gave up the first pit stop.
Yeah. He was actually asked.
Yeah. So that should have been Norris' slow stop by definition.
Should have been Oscar's.
Oscar's, yeah, that should have been Oscar's slow stop. If, the parallel universe where Lando took the first pit stop, so that would have been Oscar's first. That would have been Oscar's slow stop now.
Would they have asked Lando, though?
Well, no, because Oscar would have been behind.
Yeah, but Lando was. Would they have asked?
No, but what I'm saying is, if this is the alternate universe where they were in the same positions, but Norris took the first pit stop. So Oscar got the 5-seconder. Well, Oscar would have gone into the pits behind, come out behind.
Yeah.
Would probably have lost to Leclerc at that point. So in that situation, it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is because Norris elected to let Oscar go first, which avoided Oscar falling into Leclerc's trap, he inherited the slow pit stop. I've completely lost you there, haven't I?
No, you haven't.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. But obviously, the way in which Oscar's thinking is being a team player. If Oscar needs Lando in that last race to help him win,
he's thinking if at the end of the season he needs Oscar to help out, then he needs Lando to help out, then he needs him to be as onside as possible.
Exactly.
Now, at the end of the day, Oscar's still leading the championship.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to chuck another wrench in this works. And say Max and Perez, but Oscar and Lando, where Oscar doesn't give it. Because there's been times where Lando's been exactly like that and said, no, if he wants to get me.
No, he did last year in Hungary. If he wants me, catch me. He was 3 seconds clear.
Yeah. But then he obviously came to actually help out. Now, what I will say is, I mean, Oscar's at a point now, Oscar can afford, by my maths, to follow Lando home every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And if he
and
does
still
that,
win.
And still win. Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as he does follow him, if he starts finishing 5th or 6th and Lando wins, this situation alters.
Yeah.
But if Norris wins every race and every sprint, but Piastri comes second, Piastri, by my math, still wins it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's also, I think if the gap had been less, or if Norris had been in front in the championship, it might have got a slightly different story.
Do you not think... I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. Do you think McLaren are a bit biased?
I think they are trying too hard to keep the peace sometimes.
Do you not think that Lando seems to be favourite? But just certain reactions to the way certain things have been happening if Oscar's won or whatever, and he just doesn't seem to get
I know what you're saying.
as much as Lando does when he wins.
I see what you're saying, but I don't know. I mean, Oscar's very calm.
Norris is a lot more. I think Norris needs a lot more sort of building up on that at times.
Yeah. if he's had a bad qualifying thing like that, he really does put himself down himself. So the team,
That's his
but
weakness.
that's how, yeah. Whereas Oscar just, shuts it off, gets on with it.
That's what I like about Oscar, though.
I mean, I love listening to Oscar on the radio because he's just so calm.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's running an F1 car, does he? He just sounds like he's having a nice Sunday drive.
And that's it. And that's what I love about it. It's just, he's not, yes, he knows what he's got to do. And yes, he also, in his own head, he knows what he's got to do. But it's just the calmness that comes out of his mouth.
But, what I will say is well done to Red Bull for a bit of a blinder strategy. Because, to be honest, we know the Red Bull's not the greatest of cars, and for them to be able to, even though Max stuck it on pole, could have gone wrong for Max. His tyres weren't good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but that's the Max effect, though.
I know, but his tyres were blistering. One point, his tyres blistered and didn't look good. But he, yet again, upset the Tifosi.
Oh, that was the thing, though. They were saying that the mediums would only do from lap 25 to 30, I think it was. But they were doing a lot longer on them.
Yeah. I mean, the soft tyres didn't last.
10 laps max. I think that's all they were capable of doing was about 10 laps.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
One thing.
What?
This race was the quickest race in F1 history at 1 hour and 13 minutes, I believe it was.
Yeah.
1 hour 13 and 24.
Yeah. It's the fastest race in F1 history.
It's Monza.
To Monza, there was no major hold-ups, there was no yellow, there wasn't really a yellow.
No safety cars.
No, I think it might have been a yellow for about a couple of seconds, but there was no safety cars, no virtual safety cars.
There could have been if they'd have chucked more gravel up.
Oh, there nearly was with the Science and Birmingham situation where they're both literally facing the wrong way sort of thing. Lucky enough they're both able to move under their own steam.
Yeah. That would have changed everything dynamically.
that would have changed the whole race altogether.
Yeah, definitely would have.
Oh.
Because the safety car would have come out, brand new tyres on all three, on Max's, Lando's and Oscar's car, and that's it.
They'd have been a fight.
Go racing, boys.
Yep.
And that's what it would have been.
Anything else?
No?
I have nothing else.
Okay. So, this is a part that I'm kind of dreading because I don't actually know how my weekend looked not great. So, I'll go through, obviously, in order. At the bottom, obviously, Ryan's there with 87 points, and Alonso, unfortunately, it was Alonso and Aston Martin for that one. Adam in 7th with 110. Sauber. Just Sauber? Oh no, Sauber and Aston Martin let him down.
Martin.
Obviously, Logan in 6th on 127, which was Alonso and Hulkenberg. Ouch.
Yeah.
Angela, Angela in 5th with 128. No negs. Nope. No negatives. David in 4th on 149.
I seem to be able to I seem to be sticking nicely midfield at the moment.
So it was Sauber.
And Nico.
Nico, that did not start for
Hulkenberg.
Nico, one.
Yeah.
Not DNS.
Then I expected Simon to be higher. I really did. Okay. Simon with 200. Carlo Pinto didn't do him any favours, did it?
Nope.
Alan in 2nd on 238.
And that's because I made one change before the beforehand. I made one change during the week last week, which was bringing water latte back. I took Gasly out.
And I'm back. Okay, that's 2 weeks in a row I've been on the top now.
Yeah, but you were lucky.
But do you know why? Because I played.
Because you're
chip.
extra.
Yeah, I
you
played the
extra
chip.
DRS.
Yeah, he played his triple, didn't he?
Yeah. Those extra 15 points helped you.
I know it did. Because I knew Ocon and Behrman were going to screw me. But to be fair, I said I knew I was going to play a chip somewhere, and I was going to play a chip. So what's it done overall? Angela's still at the bottom with 1,720. Ryan's in 7th with 2,043. Adam's in 6th with 2,120. David's in 5th with 2,372. Come on, David, you can crawl this. You can claw this back.
I'm working on it.
I know. Logan's in 4th with 2,677. Alan's in 3rd with 3,066. I'm in 2nd with 3,176. But Simon is still on top with 3,255.
I'm 110
Yeah.
points behind you, Chris.
I know you are. Not worried. I'm trying
Oh,
to
you
catch.
will be.
I'm trying to catch Simon at this point, and David's just trying to do his best to catch us.
Don't worry, I'm not worried yet. There's time to go.
You're only 79 points behind
Yeah.
Simon.
Who? Me or David?
You.
Oh, right. Fair enough. I was wondering. I was thinking, fucking hell, David's only 79 points behind Simon. Jesus.
But
No,
if you
no.
work it out, it is doable. Obviously, if Simon keeps coming, if you keep outscoring
Simon, yeah.
Simon by, even if it's just 20 points a race.
There's not big gaps there.
No.
There's still time for even David to push up a bit more. But overall, it wasn't thrilling, Monza, really, was it? It was good, but it
Sadly
wasn't
not,
thrilling.
no.
So, anything else before you want to add quickly before I do the timings for Baku?
No, I've got nothing to add. I don't know about Alan.
Okay. So obviously, round 17, Azerbaijan, or Baku, 19th to the 21st of September. So obviously practice 1, 19th, all times were in UK. Half past 9 in the morning till 10:30. Oh boy. Okay. Practice 2 on the same day from 1 o'clock till 2. Practice 3 on the 20th of September, 9:30 till 10:30 again. Qualifying is 1 o'clock on the same day. And then the race is at midday on the 21st.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm used to about 2 o'clock sort of thing.
Yeah,
A little bit earlier.
Yeah.
2, 3 o'clock, that's sort of ideal race time for me, but 12 o'clock is like, huh?
So yeah, that's going to be for Baku. So when is the next
Sprint.
sprint?
Because we've only had like one or two. We've actually got a lot more to go than.
Quarter.
Paul? No.
Quarter's the first. Then it's not going to show me.
No, not Cota's not going to be the first. It's Kota.
That's what he said.
That's what I
Was
just
he?
said.
I thought you said something else. Sorry.
It's not Kota, it's Kota.
Yeah, sorry. Don't worry about me. So half asleep.
No, we gave a word about you a long time ago, mate. Don't panic.
So Kota will be one of them. Then I'm
Brazil?
gonna say Brazil,
Yes, it is Brazil.
and then
Well, that one will be nuts. Ba-dum-tsh.
Qatar. Yeah, Qatar. So the
Yeah.
last 3 sprints
Yeah.
will be Kota, Brazil, and Qatar. God, 7th of December. It's not that. To be honest, it's
Oh,
not
God.
that far away.
I forgot that's
Tell me
coming
about
early race.
Which
There's a
one,
couple of
Vegas?
I think
Yeah,
Vegas
4
is
o'clock,
like that as well, isn't it?
4 o'clock in the morning.
That's a Saturday, isn't it?
4 o'clock.
23rd of November, Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely. So, yeah. Obviously, don't forget, comes out on a Wednesday, and obviously, you know where to get your podcasts. We should be there. Obviously, thank you to Alan and David for being here.
Welcome as always.
Been a pleasure.
Also, do me a favour and go and check out the gaming channel. Our gaming channel. Link for that is in the description. If you're watching this on the gaming channel, why not subscribe? If you're listening on Spotify, links are there. So we shall see you for the next one. So until then,
Adios, amigos.
Later, folks.
goodbye for now.